Hi guys, welcome to our presentation. This is our senior design project called Scoot.
What is Scoot? Well, Scoot is a mobile application that we're currently designing to really help benefit college students that are, like fraternities and sororities that, they have events that might involve either like alcoholic beverages or drinking, and to basically provide a solution to ensure that the students of all ages can be able to get home safely. And so Scoot, basically the core features asks with a user to sign in, then join a group and say when they're able to drive if they have a car, and then gets hopefully more rides like requested from their friends also in that group. But we can show more of these features during the demo.
So I'll kind of walk you through the behind the scenes of what's happening in the software. So our app is compatible with iOS and Android devices and web. And what happens is the user, when they first log in, which is required before you can access the other services, the Firebase backend is taking care of authenticating their account, and then they're able to join organizations, request the rides, like Tyler was saying, and all of those services are interacting with the Firestore database, which is on the right there. And we have the data separated into 3 different collections that are constantly being modified and updated.
Okay, yeah, so here are our user interface designs, just the wireframes for the initial login and homepage. So you can see there's a web design and a mobile design on the left for the login page, which will just basically have you sign in with your username and password, or if you haven't had have an account yet, and you sign up or forgot password. And then we'll take you to the homepage, and on the homepage you can see buttons for requesting a driver, becoming a driver, and then other things like your account information and stuff like that. And then on the right of that, we have the interface for what it looks like once you accept and have an active ride, so you can connect with your driver.
And this one pretty much goes over the user flow wireframe pretty much, and how the process goes from logging in as a user or from creating a profile. So it kind of just shows the pop-ups in the pages going from like creating a group or joining a group, how that connects to the user data and the group data. And yeah.
So a big part of our project, we've been knocking out these past few milestones, phase 1, and we're going into phase 2. So phase 1 felt like a lot of setup, ensuring that our React Native environment was properly established, and then using Firebase authentication and Firestore databases, and ensuring then all 5 of us were able to get on the same page. So now going into phase 2, we want to go into ensuring people can receive messages and receive like rides from one another, depending on their status. And we want more connection and difference between each user going through it. So we're going to start focusing on, such as like when we're requesting a ride, like what does a GPS map look like, or sending a notification to someone to then accept a ride. Yeah, the technical information was off and Firestore setup, and the challenges and solutions that we had. So an issue that we've had is like the real-time updates for ride statuses from our database, to just ensuring that you can notify users, but when it's at the proper time, like only people within the organization that are requesting a ride. And for the strategy of this is we keep implementing more and more Firestore functions to ensure that we can keep everything up to date.
And pretty much the individual responsibilities for the front end team. As a front end developer, I'm mainly focusing on just like improving and polishing up the user experience and the user interface as a whole. My overall plan for completion is just the overall polishing the design and just making sure that as a user it's as visually appealing as possible. And so hopefully that's going to be fully implemented by November 10th.
Yeah, hi, I'm William, and so as a Scrum Master and front-end developer, I'm organizing the sprints and making sure that we're on track to finish the functionality by November 20th. And I've been currently implementing the front end for the homepage and the login page, and I'm going to keep working on the UI for real-time features later.
All right, and then I'm the project manager as well as a backend developer. So I'm in charge of making sure our team is meeting and have all of the logistical aspects taken care of, as well as currently I'm working on implementing the user ride statuses and just making sure that we've got all of our backend features ready to go.
Hi, I'm Tyler. As a backend developer, like I mentioned earlier, I've been mainly working with Firebase and Firestore databases, focusing on the ride tracking and logging system. And for my plan for completion is I want to keep working on the logging system and being able to track information about rides and when rides were completed. And I think that's planned to be completed by October 20th.
I'm Chandler. I'm gonna be a full stack developer, so working alongside Tyler and Anna to get the schema set up for all of our objects and kind of our core features of the app. And then later on, I'll be working on our ride request and acceptance functionality, and then how we're going to kind of manage all of that data and ensure that everything's good, functional on time. So you have a quick demo.
Yeah, so on the left video, I'm gonna go through creating an account, and then once I log in, I make a new organization that people can join. And on the right side, I'm showing off returning users and what they'll see when they log in. And the UI for that, requesting the ride and log out and all that kind of stuff. And so we're gonna work more on that later.
And then this is what the backend, our database looks like when you create a new user and it has all their data in there as well as when they create that new group. So that kind of wraps up our current project status, where we're at, and where we're trying to get to. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.